Welcome to MySQL AppiWorks for Zoho CRM. Today we are going to see how we can set up the export service in MySQL AppiWorks for Zoho CRM. So, without any delay, let's get started. Let's click on Start Automating button here. It will redirect you to the service configuration page. At first, give name to your automation service. After you have chosen the Zoho CRM module, click on Next button. In the automation type step, choose Export and click on Next button. Now we need to configure the MySQL. Here we need to choose the connection. If you don't have any connection, then click on plus button next to the Choose Connection and create a new MySQL connection. Provide all the credentials and click on Connect button to create the new connection. Now you can see the newly created connection is selected in the drop-down. Next, choose the object, in other words tables from MySQL on which you want to perform export service. After that, choose the action to be performed. Here in this demo we will go with Create Action. OK, now click on Next button. In the next step we need to map the MySQL fields with the Zoho CRM module fields. Click on the mapping here, and you can see the intelligent mapping has found 3 fields which are similar, so let's click on Yes to map those fields automatically. Also, you can do the remaining field mapping by clicking plus Add button. So, let's quickly map those fields with Zoho CRM module. In the final step, we can save the service. Before that, make sure you have enabled or disabled the options so that only configured services can run. Now go to Zoho CRM module tab, in our case Contacts module, and create a new contact. OK, now if we go to MySQL Workbench and we can see our newly created contact from Zoho CRM added here in MySQL Customer table. You can also run the export service manually inside Zoho CRM module tab. Click on the contacts you want to export to MySQL and choose MySQL AppiWorks from the drop-down which is shown in the video. Once the MySQL AppiWorks dialog is loaded, click on Execute button next to your service. After execution you can see the status message and it says 2 records got created successfully in the MySQL table. Now, let's go to MySQL Workbench and check the newly created records. As you can see, the highlighted records are the one which got created recently. Now, let's see how we can use import service of MySQL AppiWorks for Zoho CRM. Click on Import Automation Type, make sure you have already selected Zoho CRM module in the Start step. Click on Next button. In the next step, we need to configure the MySQL. Here we need to choose the connection and the object, or in other words MySQL table from which you want to import the data. Click on Next button. Now, we need to map the Zoho module fields with MySQL fields. Click on Mapping. The mapping step is similar to what we saw in Export Service, so let's quickly do the mapping here also. Click on Next. Now in the next step we need to set up the query filter. Query filters will help you to get only specific data from the MySQL table. If you are not providing the query filters, all the data from table will be shown inside the service configuration. Click on Query. You can see that it only brought records which satisfies the filter condition. By default, it will choose first 5 records. You can select or deselect the records according to your need and click on Next. OK, now we are ready to import the selected records from the previous step to Zoho CRM module. Click on Import Now button. It says that 5 records got imported successfully. Let's go to Zoho module and see our newly created records. Before that, make sure you have saved the service for the future use. Let's click on the Zoho CRM module, in our case it is Contacts module, and we can see the newly imported records from MySQL are added here. OK, this is how the import automation service works in MySQL AppiWorks for Zoho CRM. Now, we will move on to the next automation type, which is called View type. Choose the view as automation type, and make sure you have already given name and chosen the Zoho CRM module from the Start step. In the next step, we need to configure the MySQL. The steps are same as import service. Once you have configured the MySQL, click on Next. Now, we need to set up the connecting filter. Connecting filter is basically a hook between Zoho CRM record and MySQL record, so that it can look up the data in MySQL and present the data in View service. Click on plus button and provide all filter details, choose the MySQL field, operator and Zoho CRM field and click on next. In the final step, we have to save the service, click on save button. Okay, now we need to go to Zoho CRM module, in our case it is contacts module, and select any of the record and scroll to the bottom of page and there you can see the MySQL AppiWorks widget and you can see your view services. Click on the service to see the data. So, these are the automation services we provide in the MySQL AppiWorks for Zoho CRM. Thanks for watching.